What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ride Dad channel. We're welcome if it's your first time. Either way, very glad to have you. I apologize about my audio. I feel like I say this every other one. My voice is going. I feel fine, but I just have, I just have all that phlegm in there, and I've been coughing nonstop for the past 2 days to try to get that crap out. Recovering from the last time I told you guys I was, recovering from being sick and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, my voice is just gone. It's at the end of a long Friday workday for me, so just bear with me. We're going to try to get through this. You guys saw the thumbnail. We're finally getting to put these turn signals on. Keeping with the bullet style turn signals, there's a lot of different things you can do with them. What I am choosing to do is to mount them on the front crash bar I have. To do that, we have this Crashbar mounting kit for these, specifically from Custom Dynamics. It is part number 2040-2345. Comes with two of them. These are gloss black. Amazon has a bunch of similar styles for like 20 or 30 bucks instead of about 50, which is what these ran me. I've used the Amazon ones in the past for stuff on the Sportster and everything. They work really good. They're a very good quality. The only problem is that they are a matte black, and I specifically wanted a gloss black to match the crash bar and all of the gloss black powder coat that's around here. So let's roll the intro before we get too far into the video, and then we'll go ahead and put these suckers on.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a
All right, so I have already measured 1.5 inches in from where this slider matches up with the bar. I did take off my grip tape that I had all along there. I'm not cleaning it up because as soon as I put this on, I am going to put grip tape on either side of it to match this again. So I have decided that the mount will be about like this, and then the bullet turn signal will go on top about like that. So to do this, I actually went to my local hardware store and I bought a decent amount of some hardware. Oh, that's great. Should have picked that up before I did anything else with it. So I bought some hardware. The normal screws that your turn signal uses are 5/16 by 24. So I went, and they're about 3/4 long. So I went and got an inch long and a 1.5 inch long one. We're gonna try the 1 inch long one first. I got some grade 5, even though you don't really need grade 5, you just need at least stainless for this setup. And I did go ahead and get some washers that we are gonna need as well, and some bolts and some lock washers. I'm gonna try to do it without lock washers first. Hopefully it works out okay. The setup we are going to be doing, try to come a little bit closer. Like I told you guys, this was gonna be like this. So what you're gonna do is put I thought I grabbed a washer. We're gonna put a washer on the bolt. Now I dropped something else. This video is turning out to be a mess. So you're gonna put the washer on the bolt through the hole, a nut holding we're probably gonna have to use the longer bolts, a nut holding the bolt to there. Yeah, okay. We need to use the longer bolts. So let's go ahead and scrap this idea. That's why I bought two sets. Only wasted like $1 or whatever, or like $2 or something like that. So let's go ahead and scrap that bolt. We'll pick up the longer bolt, which happens to be 1 1/2. Just to give you guys kind of a comparison, that was the stock bolt that goes into the handlebar or the perch mount. So bolt, let's go ahead and put the washer on it through the hole, a nut to hold it in place, and actually we're gonna go ahead and put a locking washer on this side of this nut. Here, that'll be good to snug it up and take up some extra space. So put a lock washer. We're gonna go ahead and put, oh, I'm doing it the wrong way, aren't I? Yep, doing it the wrong way. See, again, this video is just, I apologize, guys. All right, so bolt, washer, lock washer, nut. Let's cinch this up a little bit. keep it loose still because we still have to allow for tightening of the actual piece. I'm going to grab another nut, but I dropped one somewhere here on the ground. There it is. Another nut, put it on, just a little bit up there. This will all make sense in a minute if you're not already understanding where I'm going with it. All right, now it's time to thread the bullet turn signal on here. A bit like that. At this time, this is why we didn't cinch it down yet, because I don't want to be spinning the turn signal all around and tangling up the wire. So we'll go ahead and tighten it down like that. Let's tighten down the bolt holding, or the nut holding the bolt on there. And likewise, wow, likewise for the other bolt. And for whatever reason, it is a little bit tight on there, so I am going to have to go get a wrench. So give me a second. All right, so we're going to use this bolt. The bolt sizes are 1/2 inch. So I'm going to tighten down that other nut real quick and thread that in a little bit more. Once we get it threaded on there a decent amount, I'm going to go ahead and tighten down the nut against the bullet turn signal. All right, once that is good and tight, back the other one off of it a little bit to try to tighten it back down to the bolt. So once this is kind of freely moving about and we know we have that part done, I want to make sure we get the bottom part, or the bottom, there you go. Now you guys can see, hold on to the bottom with that, and we're going to go ahead and start to snug up, which is easier said than done with one hand. And yes, I could do it while it's on the bike, but I figured, or at least at the time, I thought that it would be easier to get everything snugged up while it was like this. That way I would already know where it was facing and I wouldn't have to worry about the bike being slightly off center, you know, changing my opinion on it. So I'm gonna make sure the turn signal is as straight in line with that as we could get it to, you know, at least my perception of it. Cinch it down a little bit more here. And that's there we go. All right, that should be pretty good. Once that is all put together, now it is time to go ahead, and don't worry about the wire. I'm going to redo the wire at the junction box over there after everything is all said and done. So now it's time to go ahead and put this on. This uses, unfortunately, and I don't know why manufacturers are doing this. I mean, I know why they're doing it. It's probably cheaper and easier to get, but it's annoying the heck out of me. Manufacturers are continually making things for Harley, which uses 99% SAE stuff, and designing it with metric bolt patterns on there. So unfortunately, these, even though they're made to fit Harley crash bars and stuff, and I know they're not marketed directly to Harley, they're marketed for every crash bar that's, you know, whatever, 1 1/4 I think it is, or whatever it says on there. But unfortunately, they use a 3mm Allen, which does kind of suck just because, like I said, it does make it annoying. The cool thing about these as well is that does set them apart from the Amazon versions as well. Once you tighten this down and the bolt and everything, there is a set screw that will just kind of tap into where you have your, you know, where you have this set up, and it's just a nice little feature that allows you to just tighten it, you know, a little bit more and gives you some kind of insurance that it's not going to move. So I'm going to go ahead and try to mount this now. Oh. It is a tight fit on here. Again, we're going to make sure we try to get it as straight as possible. That way it actually shows forward. And I know these are not spotlights, and yes, I know this is where you would typically put a spotlight or fog light kind of thing, but just wanted to do something a little different. I think it'll be pretty cool. So second one grabbed. Let's go ahead and start to tighten them up a little bit more. Do them both back and forth here. top is pretty well cinched up. Bottom's getting, oh. Okay, cool. Well, the bottom one, I believe, has officially snapped, which means I will need to go back to Lowe's. And I wasn't even tightening it that much. So I guess word of the wise, don't tighten these even close to that much. But anywho, this is done. Now we're gonna go ahead and tighten that set screw just a little bit. I believe that's probably gonna be a 2mm. Let's check. Yep, 2mm, just tighten it just a little bit so it digs in there. We got one more turn. There you go. And it's done. All right, so I went over to Ace Hardware, got some new screws. Turns out I didn't snap the screw, which I guess is maybe better, but I wound up stripping the threading that was in there on the interior of it. So I went and bought some longer stainless hardware screws and put them in there, and it seems to be holding a little bit okay because there's more threading for them to grab onto and stuff. I definitely didn't tighten it as much, although, I mean, you saw me tightening it. It didn't seem like it was too much or like it was on the verge of too much or anything, but, you know, there you go. I am not crazy about the way this looks. I didn't tuck any of the wires yet because over the next week, I'm going to be debating on whether or not I want to keep it like that, put it back on the handlebars. The other thing I was thinking about was getting the fork mounts. The only thing is if I ever do a fairing, obviously I can't have the fork mounts there, so that wouldn't be a permanent solution if I went that route. So I really don't know. Let me know what you guys think. These are pretty bright, so they could potentially double as a kind of like a low ground spotlight. The other good side or good part to this is if I ever decide to get, when Cali Ray's Moto comes out with the, I think they're the S1 pods, the Baja Designs pods that are made to wire in directly to this wiring harness, I could just run them off of this as well, and it could be a turn signal potentially and a spotlight and a, you know, whatever. Or I just keep these there and then at that point move the turn signals, or if they're going to be a turn signal and a spotlight or a fog light kind of all in one. I'm not sure what Cali Ray's is going to be doing with those, but those are all different future possibilities. But like I said, I don't know, there's just something about this that just doesn't look cool to me. It looks like it's too much down low and like nothing up top. I don't know if that would be fixed if I did go with the fairing, because it would be more going on and it would hide this whole area, obviously. I really am not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions. The link for these will be in the description if you want them. Let me know if you have any other description, or not description, what's the word I'm looking for? Any other suggestions. My throat is just pissing me off. I am just so tired of this crap. I'm defeated. I don't know if you guys can tell in the video, but it's hot as heck in the garage and it's freaking February. Florida sucks. Being sick sucks. Just, it all sucks. So hopefully I get this stuff done. This weekend's going to be a heck of a weekend also. Just a bunch of stuff to do. So I don't know. I'm just pulling through to the next day, every day as it comes, I guess. I know I sound like I feel like crap, but I'm really not sick. It's just in my throat, and I think it's because I've been coughing almost nonstop for the past 2 days, trying to get that little bit of phlegm out that just keeps trickling and sitting back in my throat and making me cough up and stuff like that. So I think that's probably all that it is, because my throat doesn't hurt or anything like that. I think it's just sore, and I don't know. Who knows? Tomorrow I might wake up and I might be dying. I don't know. Who knows? So thank you guys for watching very much. I really do appreciate it. Again, let me know your suggestions. Let me know if you think this looks good. I don't know if enough of you guys think this looks good. Maybe I will just leave it. I'm not sure. I'm undecided. Let me know. Instagram, TikTok, links, everything in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video because I'm talking to you guys and I can barely talk. So, you know, I think I deserve a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the Ride and Dad YouTube channel. It's the best YouTube channel out there. Check out everything in the description like we already touched on. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And until the next time, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.